How's it going, guys? Okay, so this upcoming review is another movie that I got at you-know-where. I'm not even gonna mention it anymore, because... Okay, okay, this upcoming review, I'm gonna review this movie, and before I say anything about it, this is said to be one of the most terrifyingly disturbing found footage movies ever made. So, it's, yeah, I've heard of it way before back, I've heard of it like a couple years ago, so I definitely know about it. And I have been expecting this movie to be very disturbing. So, it is called the Poughkeepsie tapes. Poughkeepsie. Try and say that 5 times fast. Okay, but anyways, the Poughkeepsie tapes is it's such a funny word. Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. Okay, so let's get back to the review. Okay, anyways, so, just like Cannibal Holocaust, this is not necessarily a found footage movie where they find somebody's camera and they put all of the footage and make it into one big movie. No, this is a movie about people finding footage. See, this movie, I really, really like the whole story and idea to it. Takes place in the 1990s, early 2000s, somewhere around there, and there's a serial killer who is known as the Poughkeepsie Killer. Poughkeepsie, okay. And nobody knew about this guy. Nobody knew he was killing anybody. Nobody even really knew that anybody was dying. But, yeah, so what happens is they go into his house. They find his house. They see, like, I believe it's 10 or 14 bodies buried in his backyard. And, yeah, they go to his home, and they see all these labeled and neatly organized tapes. They are labeled, and they're, as you can see, they're neat and organized. And so what they do is they gather up all this footage, and they watch it. And, it's all the footage is about this guy murdering other people. He's just recording himself doing really nasty shit. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so at the very end of the movie, not a spoiler because the whole movie is a documentary or a mockumentary, if you must. I actually don't know if this is real or not. I actually don't know. I should look that up right now. I should have looked that up before I started this, but yeah, so it's about they're interviewing people about the Poughkeepsie tapes, and they're saying like, oh yeah, it's all disturbing and whatnot. But at the very end, somebody said that there was 27 tapes missing. Now he doesn't know why those 27 tapes are missing. Maybe they had a private information on it, or maybe they showed his face. By the way, you don't get to see his face throughout the whole movie. He's always wearing a weird ass mask. It's kind of weird. It's kind of very weird. But anyways, yeah. So they said that he's missing 27. Maybe it's because it showed too much information, but this is all based on the tapes that they found and watched, and pretty much what they know about this Poughkeepsie killer, what the fuck? But yeah, the footage in here, it's pretty disturbing, but this is the thing, not as disturbing as I hope for it to be. I don't want to say that I hope for it to be, or not as disturbing as I expected, not hope to be expected. It's definitely not the most disturbing movie I've ever seen. I see a lot on, like, top 10 most disturbing movies of all time. Hell, this is even one of the most disturbing movies of all time according to other people, but to me, I think this is considered a video nasty. Video nasties are like the most depraved crap, like Cannibal Holocaust, a Serbian film, Irreversible. Those are video nasties. I do not want to kind of put this movie in that category, but the reason why I thought people thought this was so disturbing is I think they were just expecting to watch like this horror movie. I think they weren't expecting it to be that disturbing. They're just watching a normal old horror movie. But as soon as everybody told everybody how they didn't expect it to be that disturbing, everybody gets their hopes up too high, and they're like, oh, I want to see this movie, it's so disturbing. And when you end up watching it, it's not that disturbing, actually. It's actually kind of tame, if you must. But here's the thing, there's no blood and gore in here, absolutely no blood and gore. I mean, yeah, there's a few blood here and there, but it's nothing major. 5-year-old could watch this, but no, I mean, like, from the graphic content point of view. But Anyways, what this movie's disturbing for, in my opinion, is not the graphic content. Like, Cannibal Holocaust and a Serbian film were well known, or because of their graphic content. They were disturbing for its graphic content. This movie, I think, is just creepily disturbing. Like, nothing really bad, or not bad, nothing graphic happens. It's just kind of creepy and very realistic, like the way, very, very realistic. I actually do think this is I think this is fake, but they did a good job if it is, because this is a very realistic film. All the tapes seem real. There is a lot of disturbing stuff. I'm sorry. The very beginning, not a spoiler. Well, I don't think I can mention anything of this movie and it won't be a spoiler, because you already pretty much seen the whole movie if you're watching this review. But there's a part where he videotapes going into this little girl's lawn, and she's like playing with her dolls, and he goes out to her, he goes, "Hey little girl, what's your name? How old are you? What's your doll's name?" He's kind of weird. She's like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to be talking to strangers," and I'm like, "You're like, good girl, but yeah, so it's really disturbing. He goes, "Want to see my camera?" And the camera sort of pans somewhere, and you hear like a loud thunk, and you can tell that he punched her in the face, and he starts dragging her to his car, and it just drives off, and the video ends right there. You don't see him punching her, you just hear it, and you just see the camera as he's dragging it. The point is, doesn't show anything much, it's just all in your imagination. But that's very neat. But yeah. Again, if you're expecting to see something disturbing, definitely not the movie for you. It's more of like you have to think about it. Like, you have to think, it's not as disturbing as you will hope for it to be, but hey, it was disturbing for what it was, I guess. I'm trying to think of another word besides disturbing. Grotesque? I don't know, but I think that's it for this review. I'm already kind of wasting your guys' time, but overall, I would probably give the Poughkeepsie tapes, I just love that name, man. I'd probably give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very awesome. Probably one of the best found footage movies I think I've ever seen. This is found footage movies done right. It's like Cannibal Holocaust, where it's about people who found this footage and they watch it. So that's the kind of found footage I like. Not like where they put it into a whole movie of like all the footage they found. No, I like it better when they interview people, or it's about people who saw the footage. I think that's a lot better than what's released out now. I'm getting a little bit tired of the found footage genre, but if they make more movies like these, then I'm in. But yeah, so that's it for the Poughkeepsie tapes. Alright guys, I'm Jacob Palacio. Please do not forget to leave a comment down below on what movie I should review next, and I will see you guys later. Whew. Okay, by the way guys, sorry about that. I forgot to mention something. I'm actually editing the video right now, but one thing, I was just watching this, I forgot to mention, this is a very rare movie, or a very rare DVD. Very hard to find, it's out of print, you cannot find it on Amazon or eBay, you cannot find this anywhere, but I have it with me, and I'm super glad to have this movie. Sorry for being a terrible cameraman, by the way, but one bad thing about it is a bootleg. It's not the actual disc, it's a bootleg. The guy who sold it to me said it was very good quality, which I couldn't really tell because, well, first off, it's a found footage movie, and they all have bad quality anyways, but, yeah, so this is a bootleg copy. You can even tell, look at the back, it's all bootleggy, okay, anyways, but yeah, that's it. I just want to share that out to you, that, I have the bootleg copy of the most hard to find DVD probably ever, but, yeah, haha, in your face, just kidding. I love you guys, bye!